Oh, long as my glitches love me. Yeah, yeah. Bruh, Future fell off. I hate to put it to you. What has he done in the last 3? He was good for summer 16 coming up to that March Madness, but after a while, you made a good point. You did make a good point though.
What was the point that I made?
That everybody has a season. A little bit too far. People talking about Lil Baby's the hardest right now. I don't know about that one. People talking about Corday and what you call it, Roddy Rich, really went dummy on the what you call the latest track that they just dropped. For what it's worth, I guess, but I mean, same time, everybody has their own like season. Blueface is done. I hope all that stuff, it's really bad out here, bro. But yeah, shit, I don't even know, bro. But someone asked me about certain stuff, man. I really just be chilling on a day-to-day basis if you honestly ask me about certain stuff, bro. I mean, a lot of stuff just ain't that serious no more, bro. Like, I realize certain stuff, a lot of stuff really ain't got nothing to do with much of anything. And what I mean by that is, like, even just going through certain stuff, like, it's not really all that, like, people talk about, this, a plethora of things and certain stuff like that. A lot of stuff really isn't going to come back and be like, oh yeah, this is what we're doing, this is how we're doing this and that and all that. You know, for what it's worth, it's not going to really make that much of a difference. So let me explain. It's like, okay, for instance, like if someone is talking about, yeah, we're going to go and do this and that. Or I realize relationships and stuff like that, I feel like people got to have themselves together to a certain extent. And whatever reason, I mean, people can want a relationship and certain stuff like that, but you know, I feel like self-improvement is like the biggest thing. Or you just need to work on yourself and stuff like that, or so on and so forth. But you know, I feel like a lot of stuff too, in a way, I feel like certain people can be needy, and so in a sense, shit. I don't even know if y'all can even hear me. Shit. I forgot to even create a party. That's crazy. But back to what I'm saying about something too, is that I feel like relationships and certain stuff like that, you know, some people are needy. And so there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like 9 times out of 10, a train wreck normally happens. And for whatever reason, it happens. There's nothing you can do with it. You know, I don't really worry about anything anymore. Like, like someone said I might go numb or something like that. I mean, end of the day, I feel like it's not really about going numb at all. Or going cold. I feel like a lot of stuff, in my honest opinion, it really gets old after a while if you think about it. Like self-actualization. Like, why am I doing this or that? Why should I have to... You know, I feel like a lot of stuff is a two-way street. It's not neither here or there, but at the same time, for what it's worth, I mean, nobody's really going to be doing. A lot of people say a lot of stuff, but a lot of people not even doing that much. That's just not me being funny or anything. That's just me being me. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. You know, I feel like a lot of stuff, especially with school and stuff like that. You know, I do my work and certain stuff like that today. I got something to do tomorrow, but man, I really don't be getting involved with certain stuff. Someone asking about school, you know, certain stuff people might say I go numb or certain stuff like that. But I mean, for what it's worth, you know, I really, in a sense, I don't try to get points on people, bro. I just always call stuff points, and I'm pretty sure if you know me by now. No, I'm really not trying to get on anything at all. So if you know me by now, you know that. Someone asked what I thought about dating and certain stuff in relationships. I mean, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh yeah, dating, or pessimist and certain stuff like that. You talking about you need to throw yourself out there and see what's out there. I mean, end of the day, bruh, certain people, they get into 3 to 4 relationships in a short period amount of time, and they got themselves together. That's trash. No, I don't try to make. What? Listen, bull. At least I got a kill, bruh. I'll be in through. But yo, there's just some stuff, bruh. I just really, for life of me, someone said 2020 and certain stuff is an L. I mean, 2019 for me was an L, but we're not gonna talk about that. 2020, I mean, I'm not really taking L's here at all. If someone talking about, you know, people try to play them or something like that, they're just gonna go. They just gonna turn it up a notch. Like they gonna. I feel like once you start doing certain stuff for certain people, or you allowing certain people to give you a reputation, or they know you by certain stuff. I mean, that's kind of when stuff get out of hand, in my honest opinion. Like, no, I hate to put it out there like that, but some stuff just need to be shut down. Like, you know, money, man, certain stuff like that. It's just funny. That's funny to me, but yeah, bro. There's be a lot of stuff out here. So, you know, you gotta just shut it down, bro. And people talk about, you know, I really had to do some, I wouldn't even say deep digging. I don't try to be deep or anything like that, because I feel like a lot of stuff is not deep. But I feel like a lot of people allow people to have platforms on stuff that they really have no idea of certain stuff. Like what it means to get to the next level, or it's ill-informed. Like what I mean by that is like, okay, for instance, why would someone be on CNN or elevate to a platform and have no business of speaking on? It's like having someone like Kanye or something like that talking about fiduciary duty and stuff like that. You know, Kanye has celebrity, but otherwise than that, and nobody's really listening to him, man. Well, I mean, nobody. And that's honest. But, yeah. I know people talking about they're going to be a Forex trader, this and that. Forex, you know. Or they go with these key hot terms and certain stuff like that. You know, that I feel like that's ridiculous, bro. People talk about Forex. Forex is not even a real, you know, people talk about business and stuff like that. You know, nobody does that. People can make money, but people are looking at futures. You know, I'm a business major and I know more stuff about futures and certain stuff like that, but nobody's looking at that. The 3 most common things people want to look at is securities, bonds, and stocks. And nobody's doing this crap that people out here talking about, you know. It's ridiculous. And you know what I'm still thinking about? People talking about their business sense and certain stuff like that. Someone talking about Hennessy and certain stuff like that. Hennessy and stuff is just not good, bro. That's just honest. It's just not. and the person was talking about, yeah, Cuban cigars and cognac. Cognac is nasty, bro. But I feel like that's a black people thing. Hennessy is not good. Tastes like piss. You know it really tastes like? Tastes like sour mash whiskey. It just tastes nasty. Tastes like piss. It just tastes like piss. But that's besides the point. Nasty. Alcohol and certain stuff, it's just not all of it is bad, but yeah. I'm of legal age and stuff like that. I'm not really much of a drinker anyway. Besides the point, but yeah. I'm gonna go back. But yeah, man. I know people talk about relationships. You know, one thing I had to realize on certain stuff like that, relationships, people get in and out of relationships like crazy. A lot of stuff don't even have to be even a crazy breakup though. It's simple as not hearing from somebody. It could be, it's really a two-way street. Honestly, a lot of stuff is a two-way street. Works both ways. But at the same time and token, I feel like a lot of people don't really be thinking about unintended desires or consequences for certain stuff. Like, okay, there's always lessons of two goods, in my honest opinion. There always is some type of deal breaker. What you may not think is as serious will be serious. You know, when it's a repetitive thing, like, oh, you know, someone doesn't send a text out for the day, or someone is not actually out here, you know, they're on a little excursion or something like that, or they're, it could be anything, honestly, or just not buying anything or something like that. I know people talk about ghosting and all this different stuff. That stuff, honestly, there's a plethora of reasons and certain stuff like that. I really don't go in all the stuff. People will just, at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of stuff is not even your responsibility to bring up, or not even bring up. It's not your responsibility or duty to put up people's projection. A lot of stuff people try to project onto you about their limitations and certain stuff like that. And then another thing about certain stuff, you gotta realize with dating, you take everything to everybody else, their flaws, all that type of stuff. But like I said, a lot of stuff is a two-way street. You know, somebody says, you know, trying to be deep. I don't try to be deep on the internet. I don't care. That's one thing about me. I'm not trying to be deep. I'm not trying to get points. Like I said, I don't want people following me or being up under me for any reason or stuff like that. I find that type of stuff is honestly weird to me. That stuff is weird. And I make no mistake for saying that. I think a lot of stuff is weird. Give or take, it's just weird. And why I think stuff is weird, like, you know, I feel like a lot of stuff like schools and colleges, and people talk about relationships and certain stuff like that, there's a lot more moving parts to what people are saying. You know, everybody's an adult, and this, that, and so forth. You know, people know how relationships go and certain stuff like that. I also think about certain stuff, bruh. I mean, it is what it is, bruh. You know, I'm never going to sit up here and lie or cap or do anything or be not myself. A lot of people cannot say that. Now, I feel like a lot of stuff, too, I let people and stuff affect me or certain stuff like that. Letting other people know what they project onto you affect me a little bit too much. And a lot of people, I really don't get into certain stuff. Like, I'm really a quiet person, don't bother nobody, do what I need to do. Know how to conduct myself or conduct myself in the business, you know, among business people, talk the lingo, and not just actually out here just saying crap. A lot of people can't say that. Well, one thing I think about dating and certain stuff, people talking about just random stuff. I think a lot of stuff, in my honest opinion, is ridiculous. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but like on average, if you think about it, like I said, somebody could get in a relationship for like 3 back-to-back relationships, whatever, however long it lasts, and certain stuff. You know, another thing too, I'd be laughing about it, but you know, I don't like certain stuff is funny, bruh. But for the time being, it is. You know, I don't really worry about stuff. I'm just not. Me and my sister was talking about something the other, like just now, or like I think last night, talking about people are taking stuff like just being dumb. Like, you know, you're paying for a college course, like a Spanish course. Spanish is not even, I wouldn't say, if you're not even trying, especially elementary Spanish, that's an easy A. That's an easy A. My sister would be swearing to God that what you call it, I'd be messing around in school, or it's not taking it seriously. I mean, do I believe in that? Yeah, sure I do. But at the same time, for what it's worth, I mean, I don't know, bruh. I feel like school just get old, bruh. It's just... I remember someone was talking about to me about what you call it, why schools and stuff are not getting money, or they're closing down the alumni. You know, if you shitting on people or treating them like they're not disposable or something like that, why should someone... Yeah, I mean, but if they have a bad experience or certain stuff, like the biggest problem with schools and certain stuff is their administration. Even high school, elementary, and certain stuff like that. It's administration. Like, I'm still thinking about my old elementary school principal. I'm not naming it though. But the principal was doing stupid stuff, bro. I don't really get into politics and certain stuff like that. Yeah, she was going out here and sending like, I think it was you know, PTA meetings and certain stuff, and getting like restaurants and certain stuff like that. Man, there'll be people literally just coming to the PTA meetings just for the food and just bouncing. Before and certain stuff like that, they had spaghetti, like cafeteria food, but they actually got this place, pretty nice. It was a barbecue place. People just come in there and just leave right after. That was hilarious, but at the same time, that was just for what it was worth. I mean, that was just you know, she spent a huge bit of our budget, I think, on that, and then she was gone. But I definitely think that administration at certain stuff and the way school is conducted really has a lot to do with people in charge of it. And I like I said, I don't get involved in the politics and certain stuff like that. You know, for what it's worth, I mean, I like people talking about money. Like I said, I've always said, money is a concept. You can make a lot of money, but if you're not managing it, or you have the wrong people around you, like I don't try to, you know, do anything at all. You know, I just mind my business. But man, there's a whole lot of stuff I just don't agree with, and certain stuff like that. It really has nothing to do with anything. Like right now, I'm just chilling, bro. Honestly. Or people talk about females and certain stuff like that. You know, a female got pregnant or something like that. Their ex or something like that. And now they're a single parent. I mean, I'm not gonna be petty or anything like that. Or it is what it is. You know, I'm not gonna have any type of ill will or ill anything. Or look at people's demise. I mean, that's not funny to me. It's just not. But that's besides the point. But yeah, I just think, in a sense, a lot of stuff we just have to look at certain stuff. I wouldn't even say even be a realist at all. I'm just saying, on average, what is people out here really doing? I mean, it don't make sense to be. Let me put it this way. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. You know, it is what it is. You know, someone might say, what you call it? I'm just quiet, certain stuff like that. I don't 100% believe that I'm quiet. I just don't say anything because I feel like a whole lot of people try to project certain stuff. When you question or, you know, I feel like a lot of stuff you really can't just let your guard down and certain stuff like that. Because when people realize you're not an idiot, or you know, you just really question certain stuff, you've seen a pattern that's really been out here for a while, and in essence, you see the handwriting on the wall. It is what it is, man. I just really don't even think about certain stuff. People say you should put a cognitive block on certain stuff, and I do. You know, I remember people talking about, you know, someone plays them or female dubs them, they're just gonna they're gonna make sure everything. I don't do that, you know. It is what it is, honestly speaking. Or, you know, you're a square, you're a regular dude, or whatever. Or certain stuff like that. But, you know, I really, like I said, I don't really live for certain stuff or live for other people or try to be getting like points with people. It's just not, a lot of stuff's just not that funny to me, man. I have my own sense of humor. If people really know me, they know I'm funny. Like, but I'm not, like, on a day-to-day basis too, especially in college, he'd be trying to get with me about notes and studying. You know, I feel like at the same time, I'm supposed to be staying at school next semester and certain stuff like that. Someone wants to know, what am I doing? I'm going to be a proud alumnus. You know, I think with my school, I'm just neutral. You know, I don't hate anybody or anything. I just really, like I said, there's a whole lot of stuff I just don't get into politics at the stuff. You know, you can see the handwriting on the wall, you know. But yeah, man. I know my sister was what you call it, talking about, no, don't talk about stuff. I didn't name the school. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, man, like, what I'm saying is truth. You know, someone might say, am I drunk or have I been drinking or something like that. The truth comes out when you're drunk. No, it's just me. But man, it's whatever, bro. Someone's talking about dating and certain stuff like that, or this and that. You know, people trying to keep tabs up with this and that. You know, I feel like I'm just done, and I've been done for a while. A lot of stuff I just be quiet on. People talk about do I internalize things and certain stuff like that. You'll never know though. But yeah, I just think administration and certain stuff as it's more so about the reputation at school. A lot of stuff at schools and certain stuff's not even in place. It is not even at place. You'd be surprised. I eliminated those two dudes. Yeah. Or it's just certain stuff like, bruh. Like I said, I really sometimes at the point I just don't care. Someone said, does that sound like depression? I just don't care. I'm not depressed or anything like that. I just don't care. Stacking my cash and certain stuff like that. You know, I feel like a lot of stuff too. I really gotta be watching who I'm really even interacting with on a day-to-day basis. Yo, cause I'm not funny about anything though. But if something is in a train wreck or something like that 3 times or something like that, and someone trying to get in a relationship and they couldn't even see something coming from a while back, yo, that's just wild. That's a blind leading the blind, bruh. That's a blind leading the blind. It's a blind leading the blind, but I don't really try to worry about anything, bruh. Yikes. Oh my god. And to think I actually tried to be the teammate to get him, that took my health. Or someone asked me about relationships and this in general, what I thought on it. A lot of stuff, like, yeah, I'm not going to really be worried about relationship. I'm just not. Someone said that might just sound pessimistic and certain stuff like that, or people talking about they're doing soul searching. Nah, I don't believe in that. Or someone said that something happened to me or something like that between a line. It don't really have to be anything that happened. I just really don't believe in all that. One reason why I don't believe in all that is because you've seen certain stuff, or you've seen certain stuff firsthand to make you think otherwise. A lot of stuff, you know, I don't feel like it has to be said for you to understand something stupid, in a sense. You know, you seen somebody said time and time again, a friend or something like that, this girl might be the one or something like that. And then, you know, the next thing, you know, he needs to go out to the bar or something like that. Him and this girl broke up or something like that, or really feels down in the dump or something like that. He's hoping the girl will give him a second chance or something like that, or stuff just doesn't work out. A lot of stuff, breaking up really has nothing to do with it always has to be bad, it has to do that. Some stuff just does not work. And at that point, it is what it is at that point. Honestly speaking, it is what it is. I don't really try to care. I don't really try to do anything. Someone said I might go cold or numb or certain stuff like that. I'm not going cold or numb or anything like that. But I really just don't, like, how can I say it? When certain stuff repeated or something I done seen something happen to somebody else, you know, like I'm really thinking. A lot of people say certain stuff messes up people's headspace or something like that, and it makes them think a little bit differently about how certain stuff could be better or worse. Like I said, bruh, it is what it is. You tried. Now, my thoughts on certain stuff really is not going to change. People talking about this and that. You know, like, you know, people talking about females and stuff from high school and certain stuff like that. I'm not going to trash or anything like that. Like, a female gets pregnant, she has like 3 kids, and then she's going on what you call it, Facebook or whatever social media, trashing the baby dad or talking about men are trash. You know that. You know, I feel like certain people live for drama. And I'm not really with that, bro. It's both people's. Both people played into that. The toxicity and certain stuff. You know, I could see exactly where the toxicity came from. And, like, you know, I feel like at the same time, a lot of people just need to cut the sugar in the iced tea. Just, you know, there is no, like, to me, there is no two-way point with me. I just shoot it straight. A lot of people don't like that. People say I'm just, like, quiet, shy, and have my reservations and stuff about me or something like that. Some people think I'm weird. Do I care about that? No. I really don't do anything weird at all, so being reserved, I think it's not weird, or trying to get points from people. I don't care. A lot of stuff comes and goes. Man, where are you at, fool? Oh my god. You really just got clapped up like that. But yeah, or people talking about dating and certain stuff like that, or just in a sense. You know, one thing I don't really like is people talking about broadcasting a relationship or something like that, especially when it ends in a train wreck. That right there is just corny. And I mean, time and time and again, people do it. It's just corny or certain stuff like that. Or they get pregnant or something like that. They got issues or something like that. People and them are beefing. You know, I feel like, if anything, if someone says anything about me or something like, I feel like, in a sense, now that I've been through something before or something like that, it doesn't have to do with the female or anything, or so, like, it has to do something with social media, something like that. It's been a while back. You know how I'm truly done with somebody or something. is I don't tweet about it at all, or I'm not, you know, if someone asks me about, oh, what about such and such? I'm not talking about it. You know, and I feel like a lot of people don't like that or something like that. Or someone talking about, you know, I just gotta go hard on for my haters, you know, or something like that. You know, I feel like I don't. If someone tries to play me, yeah, I mean, I don't care. That's me being honest, because I know I don't care. Someone talking about, you know, I gotta go hard for my, you know, for my haters, or, you know, my bank account speaks volumes or certain stuff like that. You think that it's not gonna stop there. That's just rock bottom. Honestly, you can, you know, you can be spiritually hit rock bottom. You can physically hit rock bottom. Mentally, you can hit rock bottom. And money and certain stuff ain't going to make anything better for you. And that's just the real as I'm going to get. Morally, you can hit rock bottom. Anything. You can, a lot of stuff could be a real new low for people. Some people get so low, it's just not even rock bottom anymore. But I've always been the type of person, I don't feel like I need to be validated by anybody. I just don't. I'm about what I'm about. I'm neutral about a lot of stuff. You know, I really don't be adding input on certain stuff, or even if I know the answer, even in class or something like that, I don't even say anything. Or people talking about dating and certain stuff like that, you know, I feel like a lot of people, when they just talk about dating and certain stuff like that, it's raps. A lot of people seem to cut the shit, bro. I just hate to put it like that. A lot of stuff really two-way street, bro. Honestly speaking. Or someone talking about, like, you know, I feel like a lot of stuff is just corny, bro. If we had to think about it, you know, I'm, like, at the same time, we're not worried about anything. Well, it's not. If someone says I might go numb or cold or something like that, I don't think a lot of stuff is numb or cold. I don't do what other stuff people's doing. Like, a lot of stuff is just blind leading the blind. Like, if you really had to think about it. Or my thoughts is about dating in general. Like, people talking about the relationship advice and certain stuff like that. I just don't care, bro. If someone talking about just chasing a check and certain stuff like that, or, you know, females and certain stuff will come, and, you know, I don't care about that, bro. I just don't. or someone talking about, you know, they want to talk to a female who dubbed them or something like that, um, or something like that to that effect, that they got some money or something like that. People just be lying, bro. You just need to cut the shit, bro. I know someone talking about pre-ordering 2K or something like that, or I know someone like be talking about certain stuff. You know, I feel like at the end of the day, or someone talking about like, if I feel like somebody's trying to play me, I'm not gonna respond to that. Like, I'm just not. I'm not gonna do anything for them or try to get people like me. I don't care. If someone said I'm like a trendsetter or something like that for certain stuff, like underground stuff, or they think what I do is cool or something like that. I mean, what I do is cool. I like different type of music. I don't limit myself musically, or I feel like a lot of stuff is, in a sense, it's like, in a sense, I have a different playlist. I like different music, and I feel like that's good. You know, I don't like listening to the same stuff, like, or doing the same stuff, or the repetition, just in general. I feel like patterns and habits of certain stuff follow people to other aspects of their life. Like, for instance, you're always looking for validation for something like that. Like, let's say someone, they grow up in a, where the parents are vicariously living through the children or something like that. Let's say that they have a engineering, the parent or something like that wants them to be an engineer or something like that. To that effect. You could get the engineering degree from MIT or something like that. You and your parents don't get along or something like that. To that effect, and, you know, you get that the degree is meaningless. You know, it means it holds no value. It's just, I wouldn't say it's a piece of paper, but at the same time, you did all that, and then your relationship and stuff didn't even improve. You know, for what it's worth, I feel like a lot of stuff is just not, in the grand scheme of things, you know, it's not going to matter at the end, honestly. People talking about relationship, people 11 months in or 12 months, 2-year anniversary. People, honestly, it's not me hating or anything like that. Sometimes people just need to cut the shit, bro. You know, for what it's worth, like, in an instance, you know, a lot of stuff is a deal breaker. It is a deal breaker. Like, you know, some might not see something as a deal breaker, but later down the line, like, it's baggage. There's more stuff that comes with that. There's more stuff that comes with what stuff comes with. Or someone talking about they gotta get themselves a good car to impress females. I don't. Easy money sniper. Ball like KD. Easy money sniper, look at my KD. Ball like KD. Rock like AC. Or certain stuff like that. You know, I when I realize certain stuff, you talking about, you know, certain stuff. But yeah, bruh, I feel like a lot of stuff's a two-way street, bruh. It just is. Or people talking about, they're gonna make their ex or something mad. At the end of the day, it really don't matter to me, or something like that. It does not matter at all. Still talking about being bitter. Or certain stuff like, yeah, about being popular and stuff on campus or being popular. I don't care, bruh. I feel like the thing about me too, in the same time and talking about certain stuff, I don't feel like I have to be in the forefront of anything. I just don't care. Or someone talking about being a millionaire or something like that. A millionaire, certain stuff like that. They have their money. Jesus. Or whatnot, or so on and so forth. They're making their money, no doubt about it. They're doing this. I feel like you can live off of money. Like, money, to me, in a sense, is a concept. I feel like the more people and stuff that you're around, or the more people and certain stuff that you allow yourself to be around, or surrounded by, rather, I feel like the worse this stuff could be. If someone said, am I a bad dude, or something like that, or this and that, so forth, no. But I feel like a certain, like, in a time, dating and certain stuff, I'm not gonna really worry about that at all. That's just me. I'm just not gonna worry about dating and stuff. Just focusing about me and self-improvement. Or people talking about, they dated somebody for 10 months or certain stuff. Certain stuff ends in a train wreck. Like, someone could be dating for 3 years or certain stuff, and then, like I said, certain stuff, it really has to be a build-up or something. It really has to be a build-up or something. It don't even have to be anything big. It could just be non-verbal communication or just communication in general. It could be a deal breaker. What it's worth, it is what it is. I never try to make excuses for certain stuff like that. Someone talking about if I dated somebody or something like that, what would I do? Like, I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Like, that's how confident and stuff I am. It's not cockiness or anything like that. Nothing. But I feel like at the same time with token, I'm not really worried about anything. I'm just not. And certain stuff like that. People talking about, my professor says talking about I'm gonna be a 6-figure, 7-figure type of person. No, 7. They most definitely said what you call a 7-figure person. I don't know that's for a fact. I think outside the box or certain stuff like that. I can speak 4 languages. Let's think about some other stuff, that how I differentiate myself among people. Certain people don't even take certain stuff serious as their studies or certain stuff like that. Or, I feel like, the crazy thing is about certain stuff, and one reason why I'm just not even worried about anything anymore. That's not even on pessimistic stuff or anything like that. Certain stuff, in a sense, you can see signs that certain stuff are there or something particular. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I feel like it's not your job. And a lot of stuff, I realize a lot of stuff is really projected on you. And a lot of stuff is a two-way street. It's a two-way street. A lot of stuff is not your job to try to prove, or certain stuff like being right about something does not make me be happy, or proving somebody wrong, it doesn't make me happy or anything like that. I don't feel like I gotta do that, because I said once you start living for other people or prove people wrong or this and that, you're gonna hit low. You pretty much are gonna be at rock bottom. You can have everything going on, hit rock bottom. Because instead of actually being happy and realizing there's nothing completely wrong with what you're doing, you know, people talking about you got the big head or this and that, or, you know, goody two shoes. Like I said, I'm not trying to get points from people. It is what it is. I'm not trying to get points from people. I'm not trying to get points from people, bro. Talking about dating and certain stuff, like, or they're gonna make their ex and stuff mad or something like that. To me, do I care? No. Or someone talking about what you call it, in a sense, or like what you call it, you know, I feel like at a sense, or someone talking about, I know me and a couple of my friends have been talking about all these chicks and certain stuff like that we used to think are real bad and certain stuff like that. You know, they gotten pregnant or they got 3 or 4 kids and, you know, they're by themselves. I mean, at the end of the day, there's more to a relationship than sex, obviously. There's more to a relationship than, it is more. And the thing too, a lot of people think that intimacy and certain stuff like has to do with sex. It doesn't, but a lot of people make it that. But it's a lot more stuff. It's a lot more working bits and like pieces of certain stuff. Intimacy could mean spending time or something like that, or intimate setting or certain stuff like that. People talking about they want this and that. You know, it is what it is with me. Or someone talking about, am I going to pop out the gate or something like that? Or I'm just scheming. I'm not scheming on anything. People talking about, am I scheming on a bag or something like that? I don't talk about money. I don't have to. That's the difference, like, in a sense, you can tell when someone has it and someone doesn't. And what I mean by that is by places they visit, how they speak, or something like that. You know, I feel like there's certain people, you don't have to have a degree to be successful. There are pretty smart people without degrees and certain stuff like that, but we gotta redefine our level of smartness, honestly. Everybody in college is not on the same level. This is not me being cocky and certain stuff like that. Some people are just not college material at all. A bare minimum of effort, really. You know, present, like, you know, a thing about me too, at the same time, I did a whole project by myself. I've done a number of stuff by myself in college and certain stuff like that. And people want to get credit for it or certain stuff like that. And when I mean I did everything on a project, it's ridiculous. But at the same time, I feel like I can work by myself and get on good. Like, you know, I'm going to get on good or something like that. Someone said, do I live for certain stuff? Proving people wrong or just certain stuff or trying to get in good with professors, I don't care. This is the thing about me. Like I saw one of my professors the other day who I do the project and stuff for, talking about, you're a senior now. He saw me with my mask on, he recognized me. He knows I'm a good person. Like, I'm really a good person. Like, I ain't got nothing, ain't nothing, like, I don't do anything crazy. I just stay to myself. And I just really don't get involved with, like, politics or just people, in a sense. Because a lot of that stuff, my honest opinion, you know, you can see people age. You know, you may not see it here and now, but in 10 to 15 years when they look terrible and all that stuff, it's about like choices and certain stuff like that. Like you drugging, drinking, doing all this type of stuff, you living a rough life, you stressed or something like that, you're gonna look terrible. You really are gonna look terrible. There's somebody who could be like 35 and they look like they're 60. They could be doing drugs, they could be drinking, excessively drinking, They could be doing a lot of stuff. It really don't matter. But a lot of stuff is, honestly, in my honest opinion, bro. People talking about when Sugar and Ice Tea hits the fan, it's, you know, it's over. Do I think stuff hits the fan and it's over? Yeah, for the most part, it is over. Someone said, am I just plotting for, you know, just certain stuff? I'm not. End of the day, like I said, like, you know how I'm done with something, or like just something in general. I'm not gonna talk about it. You know, I'm just gonna be done. Someone talking about, do I have anything planned once coronavirus and certain stuff is over? You know, I'm not gonna talk about that. You know, do I have a lot of stuff going on for me now and certain stuff like that? People was talking about. I was watching a thing talking about their breakup, or, you know, just certain, what you call it, thing gave them motivation and certain stuff like that. Their ex and stuff like that, or they just did something and it made them focus or lock in on a multi-million-dollar business and certain stuff like that. And, you know, talking about they just plan to get revenge on their ex, or want them, like, want to get back with them so bad or something like that at a later time. You know, that right there, that's just corny. Like, it's just corny, bro. End of the day, for what something is worth, you know, I just like, some things are better unsaid than said. You know, that's just not being pessimistic. That's just, in the grand scheme of things, I feel like, you know, you can't do but so much, bro. Alright, like I said, people coming out the gate cuffed or something like that. You know, I'm not really worried about that. That's not me being cocky or anything like that. I'm not worried about anything. Some people will try to keep, like, I know, people be trying to keep up tabs or certain stuff like that. I know people talking about, you know, be careful what you're posting out here and certain stuff like that. I don't post anything that crazy and stuff like that. Or people, like, you know, if you got a new car, let people know you got money or something like that. You know, if anything, I don't talk about money. You know, the thing about a bag and certain stuff like that, or buying a Lamborghini or certain stuff like that. And my professor was even talking about guys buy Lamborghinis for the attention of females. It's not paying you. Like, you spend $350,000 on a car, it's not paying you. It's not paying you, so yeah. Or females getting pregnant and certain stuff and they break up. You know, I'm not talking about anybody though. I'm really not. It's not the case in point, but I'm just saying in general and certain stuff like that. I don't want to generalize anybody, but they're just, bro, people and stuff, like, I know nobody at all has themselves together. Like, let me put that out there. Everybody has flaws and stuff like that. But I feel like, in a way, some people can keep their head above water, and I feel like that's what I'm doing now. Just keep my head above water, focus on my goals, or certain stuff like that. Or people talking about, why are people going to not be with you when you're down or something like that. You know, it is what it is, bro. For what it's worth, you know, certain stuff, I feel like you care less, end of the day. I'm not going to worry about anything. I'm just going to keep on doing what I've been doing. You know, looking forward to graduating and carrying on with my life and certain stuff like that. Pete talking about, you know, certain people going to hit the phone and certain stuff like that. Nah. Pete talking about, like, you know, people, when they've been done dirty, you know, they take it out on people. I'm not going to take anything out on people. I'm just not going to do that. I don't believe in that. But one thing I do know, and in the sense that me and my sister were the same way, we don't have to do anything to tell somebody that they messed up or something like that. You know, or we're gonna have some type of, you know, ultimatum for a person. We're not gonna do all that. We don't have no ill will towards people. You know, but it don't matter. At the end of the day, a lot of stuff don't matter. Or someone talking about just blocking people and certain stuff like that. No, it is what it is, you know. I mean, I don't try to keep tabs up on people. It is what it is. In the discussion, it is what it is. Or my sister and me probably like, you know, when someone tries to play you, me and my sister, we had a serious talk about something. It is what it is. We're not gonna say anything. We're not gonna say anything. We're just gonna be chilling. Or certain stuff like that. I don't care no more, bro. I'm still thinking about an experience and certain stuff I was supposed to have last year. I was supposed to go to France last year. I was just really supposed to go to France last year, but something came up and unfortunately I didn't go. Oh God. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, bro. I just gave you my few thoughts on what I had on my mind currently. I'm just gonna keep on doing what I've been doing, focusing on me and doing what I need to do. I'm out. I'll be in through. Sula Dama.